and leaves around, so, I said to move the bonfire somewhere else, and out of nowhere, Smokey Bear shows up and hugs me.
So you noticed some wildfire hazards and moved your bonfire to a safer location.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Smokey, all right. He likes it when people help prevent wildfires. It hits him close to home. Not everybody gets the hug, my friend. So that's pretty special to get a hug from Smokey Bear.
So it was him. Hey, guys, I told you it was Smokey.
Okay, well, congratulations, my friend. And thanks for calling. There are many ways to prevent a wildfire. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service, Ad Council, and your state forester.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Little roller up along first. Behind the gets thrown up there. Here comes Knight in the mix winning. See you in Pittsburgh. Can't wait. All the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. Montana looking, throwing in the end zone.
You're tuned into Game On with Josh Silverberg and Eric Bowe. Talking all things sports. It's
Game on! Yeah, game on!
Game On, right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
And we're live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in every single Friday on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. I'm your host, Josh Silverberg. My co-host, whenever he wants to show up on camera, he is here, Mr. Eric Bowe. There he is. And, of course, the great and powerful Speedy Petey is here as well. Eric, how are you doing, man?
It's good. I was trying to give the element of surprise. Like, oh, is Eric going to join tonight or not? We don't know.
Wow, I mean, look, there's always a wager on FanDuel or DraftKings.
Or Speedy hitting the button.
Or Speedy.
But we're gonna go with the first choice.
Yeah, exactly. And ladies and gentlemen, you can check us out on worldwidesportsradio.com, Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, YouTube, Periscope, Spotify, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, and all smart speakers out there. We have a lot to get to tonight. Shohei Ohtani's gambling situation. Should he be banned from Major League Baseball like Pete Rose? We will discuss that a little bit later on in the show. The NFL, the New York Jets making some headlines. Tyron Smith, the new left tackle. Mike Williams, the new wide receiver. What do the New York Jets have up their sleeve now for the NFL draft? And why the Giants are so pissed at everybody for divulging their draft pick when we all knew it was the worst kept secret. That is in regards to J.J. McCarthy. We'll discuss that and so much more. We were obviously, we were supposed to have a guest on the show tonight. We were supposed to have Thomas Casale. Did I say it right, Speedy? I think Casale or Casale?
Casale.
Casale. So we were supposed to have Thomas Casale on tonight, but due to personal reasons, he was not able to join us tonight for March Madness, but he will be on with us next week at 6:30. But again, he due to personal reasons, he was not able to make it tonight. He tried. I told him, don't worry about it. We'll get you on next week for certain. And I was supposed to be at the Wisconsin game in Barclays Center tonight. I was supposed to be there.
He was going to leave us. I'm just saying. He was leaving us high and dry.
Was supposed to be there tonight. If tickets weren't $245 just to get into the building to sit in the last row of the stadium. So thank you, Duke, for ruining that fun time for me. I appreciate it. You douches. Thank you so much.
I'm going to watch from home, and there's no lines for the bathroom. Let's go.
Well, you know what? In the end, I'm doing the same thing. So what does it matter?
I'm going to be in the bathroom before you then.
Eric has to support his Wisconsin Elite Eight pick.
I do.
I have them just going to the Sweet 16, man. You have them going to the Elite Eight, really? No, you don't.
Check my bracket.
Oh, I would, but it's empty.
But it's not there.
I would, but it's empty. So we have a lot to get.
I'm gonna write it down next time.
But we do have a lot to get to, and then of course we have some baseball conversation. The New York Mets with a late night signing yesterday with JD Martinez joining the team. Blake Snell going to the Giants. Does that change everything for the NL West, but also for Major League Baseball? Does that change anything in that regards to the American League teams that were said to be interested in Blake Snell? But we begin, of course.
Seemed like there's only one team
Yeah,
in the AL.
two
Maybe.
that needed him.
No, that was actually interested in him.
The Yankees. Well, the Astros talked. I don't think they were as interested as the Yankees were, but I mean,
What's the asking price? Okay, see ya.
it really wasn't that bad. For 2 years.
With an opt-out, so basically he's going to become a free
Yeah,
agent.
exactly. You could have just done that for the Yankees. But we begin, of course, with March Madness and everything that's going on. And so yesterday during the day, obviously Speedy is home. It must be nice to watch the daytime games. And Speedy, I'm sure you would agree with this. There was nothing good to watch of any of these games yesterday. The only one that was probably what was a close game you would say had you on the edge of your seat yesterday, but nothing that surprised you. Really.
The BYU Duquesne was probably the only close game of that early quadrant, because you're right. A lot of the 16 ones were bad.
No upsets. There was only one number one team played yesterday, North Carolina.
Right,
they won easily.
Right, they won easily. All the other twos won easily. I had the wrong upset with the 15s. I had the Long Beach State upset because Arizona always chokes.
Connecticut already won, right? It's over.
Yeah.
What was the final score of that game?
I think they got 96 or something like that.
Wow, what did I say, Speedy? I said Connecticut versus who?
You said Connecticut. I don't remember.
No. What was my? I said if you had to ask me who to take, Connecticut versus who?
The field.
The
entire
field.
field.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You
were on the repeat bandwagon.
I
yeah.
said I would take Connecticut at any moment, and I understood
91 they scored.
and they give up to how much to Stenson? I know they're a 16.
52.
That's no. I know it's a 16 versus 1, but I mean,
interesting when they versus Purdue in the finals.
I hope they don't, because
interesting.
Purdue's going to be completely embarrassed. That would be a disaster of a game for them.
I mean, listen, they might lose to Wisconsin in the.
Purdue? I don't think Purdue's game passes. I don't think Purdue's. I don't even remember.
It would be TCU or Utah State would be the next one for Purdue.
I gotta see.
And TCU is one of the most experienced.
I gotta
teams.
see who I had.
Can't believe he's not picking Wisconsin. You guys literally wearing a Wisconsin sweatshirt on the show tonight, choosing them, but he's not gonna pick up to go far.
well,
because I'm a realistic person.
He doesn't trust Greg Gard.
Thank
Thank you, Speedy. You just made my point. Who do I not trust?
The great Greg Gard.
He's a schmuck. I don't trust him. No, he's an idiot. He doesn't know how to coach. He does. You ever see his post-game speeches after they win a game? Makes me want to fall asleep.
In the
I'm
wise
not
words of Limp Bizkit, gotta have faith.
Oh God. Oh.
I think Josh would rather have somebody on Limp Bizkit coach than Greg
Yeah,
Gard.
it really was. There was a time we laughed, but there was a time, and I don't know if Speedy remembers this. There was a time when I really wanted Tony Bennett as the head coach
Yes,
of
you told me
Wisconsin.
that. You did say
I
that.
did. I am so glad that didn't happen. He sucks too. He's terrible for Virginia.
He can play guitar,
Oh man, I don't even know who would even replace Guard at this point. I'm not even sure. I'm trying to find that stupid bracket that Speedy sent the text to both of us. I'm trying to find. We actually have an MLB draft tonight too, by the way.
Ooh. Who are you taking with the number one pick?
I don't have that. I don't even know.
You're gonna have it. I'm
Who are we
telling you.
picking?
Always. Always. This guy's luck.
Who are we picking? I don't
It's a
even know
1
who
in
we're-
10 chance.
I don't even know who we're picking.
Speedy, I hope you get that first pick.
Good, take it.
I don't know if I want first.
You don't want it, but he'll probably take Acuna if he was smart.
Yeah, I would, but there's no guarantee I'm going to want first pick.
I'm trying to. So I'm just want to see when I have Purdue losing. That's on that.
To Wisconsin in the Elite Eight.
I think actually it would be in Wisconsin. It's funny.
Wait,
They wouldn't
wait,
play
can-
until
can you-
they
can you
wouldn't play
repeat
till
that?
I would say
they're
they
not-
would probably.
Wisconsin. I don't think Wisconsin's even in the same region as Purdue.
Oh, I gotta go.
I think they
Sorry,
really
I
need
gotta
to
go.
play.
I gotta go to the other side. Hold on.
They're not even in the same region.
Wait, round of 64.
What happened? What do you
Wait
think
a second.
Purdue
I'm
what?
so
Josh, I'm looking
Where?
at that.
I don't understand. How do I find the Purdue thing on this stupid app? Well, first off, Speedy, why did
Scroll down.
Speedy, why did you pick ESPN? Why did
That
you
was Chaz's idea.
Why did you do CBS? Because CBS, at least I could watch the updates of the team that I picked, and
All
it
right.
comes up.
First of all,
on
it was
CBS
Chaz's
Sports.
idea to create the group.
And it
So
can
he
save
wanted
my
this.
picks too.
All right. Second of all, Eric, Wisconsin and Purdue are not in the same region.
Elite Eight, they would play each other.
No, they would not.
They're not even-
Gonzaga is the 5
They're
seed
not
in
in the
that
same
region.
bracket. Houston's in their
All right, so they're in
bracket.
the finals.
Yeah, they would play in the Final Four if if Wisconsin makes the Final Four and Purdue makes.
If Wisconsin and Purdue are in the finals, I might have to go and hide somewhere if I don't want to watch that. But that's just me. But I mean,
All right, so the Final Four. I misspoke. Apologies.
Is it? Yeah, I can't find.
Yes, it would be in the Final Four.
Speedy, I don't understand this ESPN crap. Like it's really. All I'm getting is North Carolina and Houston. Oh, here we go. Here's Purdue. Okay, when do I have them losing? This is a question.
To Wisconsin in the Final Four.
I don't. Shut up.
Utah State, TCU is the next 8-9, and then it would be probably the.
It doesn't even tell me what my next picks are.
Did you not save it?
No, I did save it.
You didn't save it either.
I did save it. Of course, I saved it.
Makes one of us.
No, I did save it, pal.
That makes one of us.
I actually did save it.
Same.
No, he saved it actually. I'm trying to find his. Let's see. Oh, you have Utah State upsetting Purdue.
Bingo. You know why? Because I'm not signed in. That's why. I gotta sign in.
Uh-oh.
And here he is blaming you.
So what do I have? Sweet 16 I'm losing?
You have them losing next round to Utah State.
Second round. That's how. But out. Deuces. Bye. Dude. Let me see.
Who does Wisconsin play?
Wisconsin would
plays James Madison, and then they would play Duke.
And then they would play Duke.
It's not. I couldn't find it because I'm not signed in.
Or Vermont.
Oh, that'd be the perfect thing tonight. Would be just okay. I said this earlier.
You can't count it.
So I said if Duke is in a tight game with Vermont, I only live like 10 minutes away from Arrow. I might drive back here just to watch the end of the game with him and see what happens.
Please FaceTime me.
Oh, God. If they lose, it would be the greatest thing. Because you know what's funny? Arrow will find a way to say, I told you so. This is John Shire. Meanwhile, Genius has them beating Wisconsin and going to the Sweet 16.
I'm not going to say that I'm a Duke fan that loud.
I mean, look, who's a better coach, Greg Gard or John Shire? It's tough, but who would you pick as a head coach? Probably Gard.
Yeah, not by much.
It wouldn't be by much.
I feel like
probably Gard.
Duke would have been great.
Yeah, somebody else believes that too.
You know.
But now he signed a 2-year contract extension. So
who? Oh, Shire? Oh,
no. Bobby Hurley.
Oh yeah, Bobby don't go nowhere. Bobby loves Connecticut. He loves Connecticut. And then I thought it was Danny.
No, Dan Hurley's in Connecticut. Bobby's in
Arizona State.
Arizona State. He signed a new contract extension with an Arizona State team that hasn't made the tournament.
I love it. Let's go, John Shire fan club #1. Let's go.
He's carrying himself over to the Big Ten or the ACC, wherever they moved.
No, Arizona State's not going to. They're not going to the Big Ten.
They moved somewhere.
I think it's just Washington, USC, UCLA, and.
Oh, they might be Big 12 then.
You know what? I think we need to get Jimmy Boeheim back.
Good luck.
Well, Jimmy was losing a little bit at the end of his run at Syracuse.
Syracuse's offense was turning into Virginia's offense the last 5 years.
And here's the thing: I don't think Tony Bennett knows how the transfer portal works. That's why Virginia loses every freaking year. And they are one of the worst tournament teams. They are, and they won that one national championship, and it annoys the crap out of me. And I remember after they won that national championship, and Bo was retiring, I said, he was a Wisconsin grad. It's so simple. Go after him. And they just kept guard.
I just want to see who the Knicks are going to draft at Nova.
Nova didn't really have much this year, so I don't know if they really want anybody. A lot of the Nova players, all the good ones the Knicks have, except for Bridges. Jalen Brunson's on the TV commercial now where he walks around with the TV jacket.
Yes.
And everybody watches him. So, I mean, there's that. I mean, it's...
Yep.
But really, obviously, you had Duquesne winning. They beat BYU, which I guess in a 6-11, you call that an upset. That's fine. I know a lot of people actually liked BYU because they were pretty hot going into the tournament.
Yeah.
In my saved bracket, I had them too.
But, obviously the biggest upset was last night. And it was Oakland beating Kentucky. And now I believe that's 4 in the past 5 years. Kentucky's been out in the first round
or the second round. Last year,
no, they're one. Oh no,
last year they were out in the second round.
His last 5 tournaments,
weekend,
he was 1-4, so he's 1-5 now. Calipari, and now there's rumblings coming out of Kentucky that should they let him go? Should he leave? I mean, should they fire him?
Should he go to Duke?
He would never happen. That will never happen.
Wait a minute.
Coach K would never allow that to happen. But it really is an interesting question because, you know, and Calipari is still a dynamic recruiting guru. He really does. He gets all the 5-star guys still. But the big question that's always happened now, yes, he has the national championship with Kentucky. Yes, he got to a national championship that he should have won at Memphis with Derrick Rose, if not for Mario Chalmers.
Yep.
But, I mean, they would have probably taken the title away anyway because of the recruiting illegal violations. The title would have been taken away from them anyway. But be it as it may, the question is, and the question that's always been with Calipari is the X's and O's portion of his coaching. It's always been the problem. He has never been able, you know, and yes, I know a 6 versus an 11 is an upset, but it's not like a major over the top upset. I wouldn't say it's not an over the top upset. 15-2, 14-3, 13-4,
16-1,
16-1, 11-6. Those things happen
5
on a regular basis. Do they not, Speedy?
Yeah, 5-12 and 6-11
they
are pretty
always
much
happen.
even every year.
Stay with me, Snug. Don't get off the tracks and eat those cupcakes early, my man. But I'm just saying. To me, the biggest thing is with Calipari, it's always been the X's and O's. So he gets these 5-star kids in all the time. And look at the players that he's had in the past, from Karl Anthony Towns to Julius Randle to Anthony Davis to John Wall to Devin Booker. You could go on and on with the players that he's had.
Any of those guys defensive guys?
In his system, they were.
Yeah, wow.
Maybe besides Booker, but
Randall's not bad.
Randall was fine in college defensively.
Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible defensively, but I mean, look, you want me to add Nerlens Noel on the list? I'll add that. That's a defensive guy. I mean, those are some of the guys, and I mean, that they had that when you look on their trajectory in the NBA, they were, you know, it was good and everything, and still is good. But the issue is the coaching and having them ready to go. I'm not even saying this because I'm a fan, but go back when they were undefeated. You remember they were on it, right?
Yep.
Undefeated team. Anthony Davis. That team was loaded, right? Loaded that team. Who else was on that team, Speedy? You remember?
Yeah, that was Devin Booker. Tyler Ulis was on that team.
Don't forget Tyler Hero was also another Kentucky grad.
That's right. Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that team.
That team was beyond loaded. And then what happened?
No NBA ready players. It's weird.
And that's the trend. That's why he's falling apart now, because more experienced teams are winning.
And then what happened? And then he went up against a top-notch Hall of Fame head coach. And but it did happen in Wisconsin with Bo Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Ryan completely outclassed him in that Final Four game. Bo Ryan also should have beaten him the year before.
Yeah.
If you remember, if not for the lucky shot by
one of the Harrison brothers.
Exactly. Bo Ryan both times did not have the better team. Now he had Sam Decker and Frank Kaminsky, but I'm talking, and Wisconsin had some nice depth on that team, right? With you know, and everything like that. That's another good one by Snug. Malik Monk, Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yeah, De'Aaron Fox was on.
De'Aaron Fox, Willie Cauley-Stein is another one. And everything like that. To me, you know, Wisconsin had some nice pieces, but they did not have the depth that Kentucky had, and Wisconsin beat them. Should have beaten them both times. And you look at it's a coaching thing. It's a coaching aspect. And this is where Calipari has flaws. Look at all the players that he's had in his entire college career that have gone on to be all NBA players, NBA All-Stars, different things, and the trajectory of them. But they don't win national championships together. That's the weird thing. That's the peculiar thing is, why is it that he's got these bona fide all-pros, NBA first-teamers, NBA second-teamers, like I said, like a Davis, Towns, Randall, Booker, Fox, Wall, you know, I said all these guys, they go on, and yet they can't win national championships except for the 1 year when he won it with Anthony Davis. Was it Anthony Davis? Yeah, with
Yes.
Anthony Davis. Yeah.
2012.
Yeah, with Anthony Davis. So,
Nobody was scoring in the paint against him. That's why.
I mean, it was just a matter of how does this happen and why is this happening? And you have to remember, Kentucky is one of the toughest jobs, not just in college sports, but in professional sports, because that's all Kentucky has. They don't have a pro sport team. Their life is college basketball, and their football program is getting better. So that's their life. And to see the way everything has been panned out for Calipari, he should have more than one national championship.
Absolutely.
Now, he did a great job at UMass. Did an unbelievable job at UMass. That's how he got them. I believe he went to Memphis next. No, he went to the NBA, didn't he? The NBA first.
Yeah, I think it was a little. Yeah, the stint in the NBA. Then it went to Memphis.
I think he was with the Nets.
Yeah.
I think with the New Jersey Nets for a little bit. Then he went to Memphis, or it took a while. I don't remember what he did. And then he's at But it's weird to see this happen again to him. It's odd that every year this is an issue, and you have to remember, to me, it's a matter of where does everything fall in line with how Calipari coaches. It doesn't make sense.
No, but you have all the NBA player basically ready, or NBA ready players, and quite a few of them on your team. You kind of think like, all right, something's got to give. But also, too, who knows? Maybe there's a whole backstory. Maybe there's other, behind the scenes stuff that we're not.
He's a player's coach. I've heard he's a massive player's coach. But just remember, he had the prank call Mike Francesa once because Francesa was insulting his X's and O's. And he prank called Francesa. And Mike knew it was him on the phone right away. And Mike basically called him out. And John goes, "You're telling me I'm not a good X's and O's guys?" And then Mike goes, "Yeah, I'm telling you, you're not a good X's and O's coach. You're not. You have all this NBA talent, and you've never won anything. You never get past anything." So it really is a peculiar situation that, to me, like I said, he should have at least 3 or 4 national championships. We're talking,
especially the players he has.
With the players he had, it's
Absolutely.
ridiculous. The one year with Noel, he went to the NIT that year. It was awful. It just blows my mind that this guy doesn't have more than 1 national title. And he's only been to, I think, 3 of them in his head coaching career.
They haven't made a Final Four since that team that lost to Wisconsin.
We ruined Kentucky.
You broke Kentucky.
That's
forever.
what it was.
Broke them.
It's the curse of
Hey,
Wisconsin.
Let me tell you, we broke Sean Miller in Arizona.
Oh yeah, believe me.
Back-to-back years.
Yep.
Aaron Gordon, bye-bye. Well, to be fair, and Speedy knows this, if Wisconsin played Connecticut in that first national championship, Wisconsin would have beaten them.
Yes.
Because here's the thing. Napier was on a tear that tournament, but Kentucky didn't have anybody that was lighting it up like Kaminsky was. And then Kaminsky came out the next year and was like, I'm just going to do this again. And they had it, and Jahlil Okafor was having one of his worst games in his college career, and then this scrawny douchebag, Grayson Allen, just shows up and who did nothing all season, just
Shoots
lights
the
it
lights
up.
out.
Just shoots the lights out.
Like he's doing for Phoenix right now.
It doesn't make it doesn't.
So wait, so what happened that year?
Yeah, Duke beat him.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Just like they're going to beat Purdue in the Final Four.
Oh, Wisconsin?
According to Eric's mysterious bracket.
We'll do it again. We'll do here because you know what the advantage for Wisconsin is going to be this time? No Big Ten refs to be able to save Edie's ass. So there's the difference. Because that was Speedy. You saw that Big Ten championship game.
I did.
That was, not the one, the semi against Purdue.
Yeah, semi, yeah.
That was absolutely one of the. And I'm not being biased. I'm being and I never complain about referees or officiating. That was one of the worst officiating games I had ever seen. You couldn't even box the guy out. They would call a foul. It was embarrassing. And by the way, Wisconsin had their 3 bigs foul out, and they still won in overtime against Purdue.
I was watching your live tweets during that entire game.
Oh, all you have to do, Speedy, from a non-biased person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on the officiating on Zach Egan in that game against Wisconsin? Was it a joke or was
Especially
it
in the
not?
start of the second half, it was like, what? A lot of
It was
the
crazy.
like
They didn't even let Wisconsin. They didn't let Crowell or Wall do anything. You couldn't even box him out. They wouldn't even let him do that. But how about the one where he ran? Remember, it was a screen on Store, and he ran Store over.
Yeah.
And he called a foul on Store, and he ran Store
Yeah,
over.
meanwhile,
I'm like,
size
what?
difference, like,
I'm like, what?
yeah.
All right, I will admit there may be
That was a
few
train running a guy over.
questionable calls for sure, and questionable is putting it lightly. You're right.
Yeah, well,
No, it was not more than lightly in that game.
it's all right. But listen, like I said, other than Oakland winning, there hasn't been anything out of the ordinary. Now Kansas is going to have a rough go because they don't have their best player, and they're not deep off the bench this year, so that's going to be a rough one. So I'm saying so for me. Actually, it makes sense now that Snug says that with the cupcakes. That makes perfect sense now because they were repping like jackasses, so I guess it makes sense, you know. And Wisconsin still won besides that, but it was really it wasn't this. There hasn't been many crazy things so far that have happened other than the Oakland one. Everything's kind of stayed status quo, really.
So far,
Right now, you always know.
I would not be surprised if UVM has a lead in the second half.
I'll laugh my ass
A
off if
decent,
Vermont wins tonight.
not just a
I'm
lead, but like
gonna-
a decent lead against Duke in the second half.
Speedy.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not going to ask Kid this because he's a Duke fan. Speedy, deep down in your heart of hearts, you know if Vermont wins tonight, you're going to be giddy. You're going to be a little giddy. You're going to be a little giddy. You will be. You will be. I mean, Speedy likes Connecticut, don't you?
No. I actually grew up liking Syracuse, and then I also kind of liked West Virginia because I like the press and the play style.
Oh, two teams that have completely flattened on their face because they lost their two Hall of Fame. Huggins got.
Huggins did something stupid. I like
well,
him in the
Huggins
past.
was
I can't
abusive.
forgive him now.
Huggins was a little abusive, a little aggressive.
Yeah. I can't forgive him now for that. Those are my ones growing up. UConn I kind of rooted for, but I was like, they're like doing like too much of a powerhouse. All the other I wanted to be something different for that because college basketball I kind of got into later.
Yes. So, like I said, that's really what's been going on in the world of college basketball right now. Nothing crazy tonight. A lot of the ones are going to be playing tonight. Houston,
UConn already played.
And
then Purdue.
And Purdue. I'm sorry, Purdue. Excuse me. Is going to be playing tonight.
You'd be so mad when they beat Wisconsin in the Final Four. Oof.
You never heard the things Wisconsin fans cheer? We do Purdue and we do Ruck Michigan.
Oh,
which is nice. So if you're like, I used to have that shirt actually.
I'm rooting for Plattsburgh State.
I mean, speaking of Michigan, boy, I don't know what they got to do. No more Dewan to be aggressive to anybody. That's cool. God, what a douche he was.
Maybe they bring back their coach they shouldn't have fired.
No, I think they're going to try to hire the San Diego State guy because he was an assistant to Fisher. And Fisher, Fisher, when he was at Michigan too, was his assistant coach. So he might want to go back to Michigan. But we'll see. He's got a great gig at San Diego State now, especially with the Pac-12. With the Pac-12 kind of dissolving, he's going to have a better recruiting time now because a lot of these kids are not going to want to travel all over the place. So he might have a good gig in recruiting at San Diego State now. So we'll see. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get into a little baseball conversation. We'll get to some football conversation, all that going on. We'll get into the whole thing with the Jets. We'll get into the Giants stuff. We'll get into all the NFL draft hoopla. And then we will get into the baseball. Should Shohei Ohtani be banned from Major League Baseball? Or anything like that. But we're going to take a break. So we'll be right back here, live on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
You're listening to the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Of course my kid's in the right car seat. Well, I think he is.
Yeah, my kid's in a booster seat. He was ready to move up. He is ready, right?
Her car seat looks like the right size.
There are probably rules on when to move up to a booster seat, aren't there?
Rear facing, forward facing. I think I have it right.
Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? Don't think you know. Know you know. Go to safercar.gov/the right seat.
I know my child's in the right car seat, or else I wouldn't get in the driver's seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Game on! Game on!
We're back. You're listening to Game On with Josh Silverberg and Eric Bowe.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the second half of Game On live on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Of course, my co-host Eric Bowe, Speedy PD on the board. I'm Josh Silverberg. Thanks for tuning in every single Friday. And you can also check us out at worldwidesportsradio.com, X, YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, Spotify, Podbean, Apple Podcast, and so much more. Well, we were going to get to the baseball conversation. We were going to do that about Ohtani and how I think he should be banned like Pete Rose. But we have a caller in, and I think it's somebody that just can't help. He needs to be on every single platform on this network. So here he is. Caller, who are you?
You know who it is.
I know who it is, you douche. What's up, man?
Well, I'm working out, and I'm listening to this craziness. And by the way, my balls are still hurting me from yesterday.
Yeah, you're an idiot, by the way. You should probably go to First Med for that. He put Icy High on his balls yesterday for 10 minutes, which I think he probably damaged some nerves on his you-know-what area. So he probably might need to go to the ER by Sunday if it still hurts. But anyway, yes.
Yes, and I'm listening to you attack the Dookies, okay? And by the way,
I love it.
Mr. Bowe, I don't know how you could sit here and sit there and listen to this craziness.
John Shire.
You know what the thing? Sometimes you just know it's not the year. You know, this is not one of those Duke years magical runs.
It's not going to be their year because they have Shire coaching that.
That's right. I love John Shire. He's my I have a John Shire #1 fan shirt.
I'm sure you are.
I do. I'm in charge of his fan club. You should join it.
It's almost like being a Mets fan this year. You know, you don't have the expectations too high.
It's the greatest thing ever.
You know.
And then when they sneak up on you, sneaky.
I will tell you this: if they meet Wisconsin in the next round, they're going to kick the you-know-what out of them.
Oh, you think so? Listen, I will tell you this, and you know what? I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be surprised.
Steal it and deliver. Yeah, you wouldn't be shocked because win or lose, you're going to make excuses.
I wouldn't be shocked if Wisconsin lost tonight to James Madison. What do you mean?
Yeah, I have that, unfortunately.
I wouldn't be shocked if that happened.
Eric, that's an excuse.
How is that an excuse? Speedy. First off, Speedy just said that.
If I say that my team's going to lose first or second round, then I don't have to worry about the team that you're talking about beating my team.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, the fact that you got to have somebody's got to, somebody who burned their balls yesterday has to call up the show and defend Duke. I mean, that's saying something,
The whole point of this, by the way, for you to talk crap about Purdue when they have been
excuse me, it's Purdue, mind you.
They have been as good as any team in the country all season.
Yeah, they were good last year. They were great last year. What happened last year, Speedy?
They lost in the first round. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, they lost to a 16 seed. That's embarrassing.
This is a different team, Josh.
Oh, I know.
It's a different team.
You know. I see Matt Painter still coaching in the tournament. That's what I see. Get a nice visual of it. Guys never even been to a Final Four in his entire. And how long have you been at Purdue, Speedy? Can you look that up?
Your excuses do not sell me. Okay, going back to Duke.
We're going backwards.
If they win in the first round and they go on to the second round and Duke plays them, if Duke beats them, who cares? It doesn't matter. You expected it.
Are you kidding me?
If Wisconsin wins, you will be bragging about it and sticking it to all the Duke fans. That's who you.
Well, because everybody hates Duke. That's why Duke is like the Yankees and the Cowboys. Nobody likes them. And the Lakers.
The Duke fans stick it to you when they beat them in the second round.
Nobody likes Duke.
I expected that.
I have Wisconsin beating Duke.
Oh, wait. So let's check his bracket because his bracket that you have to choose the games. He chose Wisconsin to win round 1,
Yeah.
and then he chose them in round 2 to beat Duke.
Yes.
So I'm just saying. So now
Yeah, he did.
he's going to reverse it and say,
No.
I could see them losing round 1.
I wouldn't be shocked if they lost
I'm
tonight. It's Wisconsin and Greg Gard coaching.
AMU is a good 12 seed.
James Madison is the best 12 seed in this whole tournament.
Like we learned last
Do you
week.
not know this?
Like we learned last week, I'm keeping the receipts when Josh 180.
Keep the receipts, keep everything, keep the car on file. I don't give a damn what you do.
Remember,
And I will
Speedy,
tell you
he
this.
said verified.
Speedy, by the way, when was the last time Matt Painter went to a Final Four?
Wouldn't have been with Purdue.
Oh, wait, when was the last time Purdue went to a Final Four? You said 2000 and what?
He's been coaching since 2005.
Okay.
He was associate head coach in 04.
Has he ever been to a Final Four in his life?
It looks like only as a player.
So he's never been as a coach. So
Or as an assistant. No, that's Purdue. No, Matt Painter never made a Final Four. Purdue hasn't made it since 1980.
Wow, so he's coached for 19 years, Matt Painter. He's never been to even a Final Four with the teams that he's had.
Oh yeah, maybe you should try holding a 5-point lead against freaking Virginia.
Guess what, Josh? He's due. And that's
He's due. He's due. We're going on 19 years. It's going to be 20 next year. He's due.
Get it? Purdue?
He's due. And guess what? When he gets, well, he won't even be the coach anymore if it's 30
going to
years.
say in the newspaper. When they win the national championship, they're going to say he is due.
Let me tell you something.
That's what he's going to say.
He better make it to a Final Four with this freaking team. He better.
He is going.
He couldn't even make it with freaking Jaden Ivey and Edie on his team.
Dude,
You expect him to do it with his team?
The only team in his bracket that was probably going to beat them, and I said this, the only team was who? Who was it, Speedy? Who did I say it was?
In his
that
bracket was Gonzaga.
The
You said?
only bracket. No,
Creighton.
a team that just got eliminated.
It's here in their bracket.
No, Creighton won.
Creighton won, and Tennessee won too.
Oh, maybe I'm talking about Kentucky and the other bracket. Okay.
Yeah, you know,
Come on, my man.
yeah, no, Kentucky's with Houston. They're with Houston.
What are you laughing at? I'm not sitting in front of the bracket.
Neither am I. Neither am I.
And neither is Eric because he didn't submit his.
Yeah, neither is Eric. Eric didn't submit his bracket.
I'm actually driving. Here's the fact. The only team that's going to beat them is closer to the Final Four, and that's Houston. That's the only team that could beat them. Nobody's going to beat them in their bracket. Nobody's going to beat them.
I like to see John. John Sampson get to a.
Well,
I'd see Calvin Sampson get to a Final Four. That would be a miracle too. But yes,
He's been one 4 years ago.
I think it was Kansas I was thinking about, not Kentucky.
Kansas.
Yep, Kansas.
You think Kansas could beat Purdue?
No, I said Kansas. I was thinking about Kansas. What? Do you not listen?
Are you not in Kansas anymore?
No, he does not.
No, I don't think Kansas is doing anything.
They're not. They're going to lose in the next round. They should have lost yesterday if not for a weird foul.
Yep.
I don't.
Should have lost yesterday.
The Zach Edey referees helped Kansas.
I love Snug said Matt Painter's been at Purdue for 127 years. You're damn right he has.
It's so funny. It's so fitting when you listen to Snug and Jeff.
Oh boy, here we go.
When you listen to these two idiots open their mouths that they think that they know everything. Him and his cupcakes that he can shove up his rear end. Okay? All right? and beautiful, no matter what anybody says, including me, you'll have something to say on the opposite curve to it. Yeah, that guy is so incompetently stupid.
I feel like someone else should call after Errol.
No, well, Aaron, we're gonna let you go now. We're gonna get to the baseball, but check out the rest of the show, man. We appreciate you calling as always. And by the way, go Vermont tonight.
Purdue, UConn.
Did he hang up?
By the way, I got Purdue and UConn in the final.
Oh no! Oh no! Is that Snug or Jeff calling?
All right, well, Jeff's calling. He's here for his rebuttal.
Okay, all right. Then keep Errol on the phone. It's fine. We'll do it. Go ahead.
Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Put him on, Speedy. Put him on. Let's go. Speedy, put him on. Oh, Speedy, what'd you do?
All right, well, Jeff lost.
No, you didn't, Speedy. You were not pushing the button. Tell Jeff to call back. He was just staring at the button, Speedy. There we go. Now put him on. Speedy, push the button. There you go. There you go. All right, do a duel. All right. Hold on. Stop clicking all the buttons. Let's let it wait to happen. This could get fun tonight, so let's wait.
I think they're on at the same time.
Okay, Jeff, you there?
Everything that idiot says is complete bullshit. How's that? This guy. Oh, I know. Oh, Christ, the Lord, Duke fan. Perfect Duke fan, always crying. Perfect Duke fan, always crying. God calls in to say that he knows who's going to beat his team for that team. He doesn't even know who's in what bracket. He's a big dumb moron. You can barely read, you retard. You're so stupid. You're a big dumb moron. Go read Cat. Go read Cat, dummy.
All right, Speedy, let's end it. Let's go.
All right.
Goodbye, both
Goodbye,
of you.
both of you.
Goodbye, both of you.
Goodness gracious.
Goodness, we're done with that. We apologize
This is
for the
a family
language.
show.
Well, that was fun for a couple of seconds.
Wow. That escalated quickly.
Did not see that happening on this network.
Well,
But now they're going to call each other now, probably. That's what's going to happen.
my goodness.
Sorry,
ladies and gentlemen.
Speedy, you're supposed to control that. What happened? You were the mediator.
Supposed to hit end real quick.
You
So
try
anyway.
this angle and see how it is.
Well, that was fun. Let's see what happened. Let's see what the comments are now. Oh, boy. Oh, now Snug is going. Okay. Guys, come on. All right. Go deal with this.
Let's bring it back. Bring it back. It's game on.
Well, let's get it's game on, all right. Jeez, between two fans. Let's get to the baseball. Shohei Ohtani having a problem here. We know this. So no. Who is it?
That's Jeff.
No.
No.
Not for now. Let's get into it. Not for now. Because then if I put him on, then Arrow's gonna kill me then for putting him on. You know that, right?
Jeff, he doesn't want you right now.
Yes. Because then Arrow already texted me and say no. Arrow texted me and said no. So
Jeff, he doesn't want you on right now.
yes, I will put him on after we're done with this segment. Then you could come on. Okay. But right now, Arrow told me no, so I gotta obey by the orders because he is the boss. Speaking of that, back to what we're getting at with Shohei Ohtani. His translator fired for gambling debts of $4.1 million. Speedy, you have some of those, don't you? So getting into that, it was such a weird thing because he replied to the ESPN article, right? And everything like that. All right, Speedy, tell Jeff to call and put him on. I'm going to get in trouble by Arrow probably, but just tell him to put him on. Because the fans are like, we want him on. I have 3 people messaging to put him on. So.
All right, Jeff. I suppose you can call.
Yes, because Arrow told me no, but I'm gonna not listen. So, and I'm gonna get yelled at later probably, but it is what it is. Oh crap! You see Yale's winning right now. This is what they do.
9-0 run. They just said.
This is okay. Put him on. All right,
All right, Jeff.
let's keep it clean. All right.
You know, I wasn't the one not keeping it clean.
I
said
know,
cat.
I know.
I was the one. I said cat in the hat. How was that a bad word?
No, but then you said the
Anyways.
R word. You said the R word, and people get offended with that, so that's why. But what do you have to say? Go on.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think Purdue is overrated.
Thank you.
They had a better team last year with Jaden Ivey. Not that they still can't win, but they had better personnel last year. And the key to beating them is the same as every other game. Take away Zach Edey. If you can take away Zach, that's how. Was it FAU that beat them? No, it's Fairleigh Dickinson.
FDU.
Yeah, it's Fairleigh Dickinson that beat them. Right? That's what they did. You take away Zach Edey, and they're nothing. They're less than nothing. And Kansas is not good. I got that. But they do have Hunter Dickinson. And if he can play well against Zach Edey, Kansas can beat Purdue. I'm not saying they will, but they certainly can.
I'm trying to. Who's the one that's injured on Kansas? Is it Dickinson that's hurt right now?
Well, he's still active technically, but he's playing hurt. It was McCullough that went
McCall is
down.
when I got hurt. Because, and I agree with Jeff
Right,
too.
but-
It's the
but they
sense
still
of
have
they do.
They still have KJ Adams though. KJ Adams is a terrific player.
Again, and I think, and like I said, it's nothing against. And this is, listen, we know this is not Bill Self's best team. We know this. This has not been the case. I mean, we see the bench depth for them is not ideal, but if they just keep their starting 5 healthy, they can make a nice deep run. That's always been the question is how healthy can this Kansas team stay for the entire tournament? Now we know that, I mean, again,
By the way, Auburn's about to get knocked out too. By the way,
and I say every single year the Ivy League is a pain in the ass in this tournament. They really are.
Crazy.
Last year, Princeton, when they beat Arizona, from the year when they had who did I say had a run? Was it Cornell?
Cornell had a Sweet 16.
Cornell had a Sweet 16.
Harvard's won twice.
They are a pain in the ass, this Ivy League. I don't know why. I don't know how, but they are every single season. That it blows my
fundamental basketball, baby. That's why Princeton was always good. How'd they win? Back cut. Fundamentals, baby. Bounce passes. Pete Carrill. Let's go.
But it really is, then of course you watch. Arrow has constantly told me that I'm crazy. I said I would take UConn over the field. That's what I would do.
You're listening to that guy calling you crazy. He just called you to be like, well, the only team that can beat him just got knocked out in Creighton. That guy thinks Creighton isn't even in the tournament. He's having delusions. He has no idea. He's the perfect Duke fan. A douchey white guy.
Oh, he's coming in the room.
Oh, I know. Bring him in the room so he can yell again.
All right, Arrow, come in. He's on. He's coming in.
Oh, is he coming in to tell me Creighton's back in the tournament after he got them eliminated?
All right,
here comes the ball.
Okay.
Let me tell you something, you piece of garbage. You don't know crap. You sit in front of a TV all day long thinking that you know things. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. All you do is you sit and you talk and you mock and you what do they call that? Troll? That's what you do. Dude, you don't know nothing. You know nothing. Sit here. Sit here. You don't know nothing. Actually, why don't you do what you say you're going to do and live up to your bets? You don't do that. I don't sit here and force you to do it. When I say something, I do it. You don't do crap. You're a piece of garbage. You're a fat piece of garbage. That's what you are. You're a big tub of lard. Why don't you come over here? Why don't you come over here to Long Island? I'll let you come into this studio so I can slam you on this fat fucking table. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. That's right. You're a piece of garbage. That's what you are. You are a fat, no good piece of garbage. That's what you are. I'm not sitting in front of the bracket, you piece of garbage. I'm actually doing things. I don't sit in front of the TV all day long wondering what I'm betting on. What am I?
Jeff,
You're
why
a
don't you go?
pathological idiot. That's what you are. You're a loser. That's what you are. That's all right. That's all right. I have something to say, and I'm going to say it. If you have nothing good to say, don't say it. You have nothing good to say, don't say it. I sit here and listen to a show that you're going to come on the show and you're going to say, because Snug and everybody else wants to hear your dumb fat mouth open up and yap, I will stick my friggin' foot up your behind, man. You're a no good piece of garbage. That's what you are. You could call me, you could text me that you're a Jet fan, a Knick fan, and everything else. We all know you're a troll. We all know you're a troll. That's what we know you are. You want to sit in front of the TV and watch Auburn and Yale? You want to do that? You're a piece of no good garbage. That's what you are. And anytime you want to question my understanding of the way sports are, I have more knowledge in sports than you ever did. We could go back in time, you fat piece of garbage. Anytime. I know more about your Boston Bruins and your Boston Celtics. You don't know nothing. All you do is open your fat mouth. You and Snug should be butt buddies. You should live together in Providence and bang each other. That's what you guys are. One eats cupcakes, the other one eats friggin' cake. You're all pieces of garbage. That's what you are. Boston knowledge, you guys are losers. That's what you are. And I will say it over and over again. You can sell this. I can stick my finger up anybody's ass, but you know you like it more than anybody, Jeff. You have girls doing it. Obviously, you probably have their heads up your ass because that's what you do. You pay to get laid. That's what you do. You're a loser. You're a loser, man.
Yeah,
you're an absolute loser. Go to your strip bars. Go to everything. You're a loser. That's what you are.
Okay.
Peace.
Okay. So we were talking about Ohtani, right, Speedy?
So I've heard.
God. I'm going to get, you know who's going to get in trouble now for letting him back on the air? Me. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to yell that. He's going to tell me don't let him on anymore. But be it as it may, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get back to the sports at hand. Eric was so uncomfortable. It was so funny. I've seen this so many times, dude. I'm so used to this. Speedy, you know this too. This is It does. It did make for good radio, though. I gotta give it that.
Yeah, it did.
It did. I know the cursing was happening, but that did make great radio. That was just now. That was awesome. That's why I'm just like, this is so chill, everything like that. But we'll get into college basketball next week. Because clearly that was a sick and
We'll see if there's a Duke.
He stormed in here so fast. Did you ever see him storm in here like that fast before, Speedy?
Yeah, but just not for that reason.
No. So again, with Ohtani, got to get back into it. Everybody is now saying with Ohtani, should he be banned from baseball? You know what I'm saying? And everything like that. The question, and I've said this before, about these comments. What? And we're going to get back into where we are in regards to Ohtani being banned from baseball, right? This is the question that's going to be made because Pete Rose, right? We know this, banned from baseball for gambling.
Should be Hall of Famer.
So it was a weird story. The interpreter said that Ohtani knew about it, that he was going into Ohtani's funds and taking the money. And then apparently when he was addressing the team, Ohtani didn't know about it. And then he backed up and said, Ohtani didn't know about it.
That was the interesting part, was the conflicting reports at first.
I just want to see is Ohtani's names on any of these tickets. Because if they are, he needs to be banned from Major League Baseball. Now, Major League Baseball will not do that. They will not do that. They've already said they're not going to do an investigation on this, which is out of control.
I think they opened an investigation. I think it was just.
They told me they said yesterday. They told me. They told Manfred. Manfred said we're not doing an investigation. That is what he said.
Wait. MLB opens formal investigation into matter surrounding Shohei Ohtani and his former interpreter.
Well, I'm just They said yesterday they were not doing it. Speedy, didn't they say that yesterday? They were not doing an investigation.
Yeah, they were waiting on a federal investigation.
So now let me ask you this question: if everything comes out positive, if everything comes out, and it's proven that his name was on the tickets, what does Major League Baseball do then? What do you do?
What do you have to do? What do you have to do?
Yeah.
What do you do?
What do you have? You have to.
Do you ban? Are they? But, dude, Ron Manfred freaking Hayes changed rules yesterday during a spring training game. Francisco Lindor had half his foot on the base, and they called the guy safe. I mean, you're talking about getting the fans away from the game. He's doing that. You saw that highlight, right? You saw that highlight. What?
That was pretty laughable.
What are we doing?
Yes.
Did you see McNeil's reaction? McNeil was like, "What? What are we doing?" And let me tell you something. If that happens, what if that happened during the World Series? That to me, that's the laughable part of this whole thing. It's a matter of
because now it's all by the umpire's discretion, though. Too.
Yeah, but I mean,
there's no clear cut. Oh, you're blocking, or
this is
there's this much blocking. So now
this is so ridiculous.
Umpires
the guy
get more of
his
the show.
foot was on the base, and he actually left the guy a path to slide, and they made the bags bigger. What the hell do you want Lindor to do?
It's getting
doesn't make sense. It's making me dislike the game so much.
You're making the umpires more part of the show than they need to be.
Wow, this game's over.
Wait, what do we have, Josh?
Do we have a soundbite for that, Speedy?
What do we have, Josh?
Can you play the March Madness theme song, Speedy, really quick? Go da-da-da-da. Just do that part.
Is there an upset?
There's an upset. I want Speedy to get the song, though.
What do we have? What rankings?
We have a 13 and a 4. See, that's an upset.
I would agree. That's definitely
that's a big upset.
It's a significant upset. Auburn was the best non-1 seed.
Yeah, well, this is what Yale does. They outsmarted everybody. So, be it as it may, going back to the Ohtani thing, they're not going to have the balls to basically ban the face of Major League Baseball. They're not going to have that.
But what if it comes out that Ohtani did know, or
it doesn't matter.
Thing too.
They're going to suspend him. It doesn't matter. And meanwhile, there's a black cloud hanging over this Dodgers organization right now because Yamamoto, who was awful this spring and even worse in his first start, there's a problem. There's a problem for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
There's a black cloud hanging over this team. To me, I think it's going to be fascinating what they do for the rest of the regular season. Well, we're running short time, but we want to get to a little bit of the football. The New York Jets made some moves. Tyron Smith now a New York Jet. Mike Williams, now a New York Jet. We'll see how long they stay healthy for.
You know what you need? You need offensive line help to help protect Rodgers.
I think they're going to get
then-
Bowers. Speedy, would you say they're going to probably get Bowers?
It's that way.
Or they'll trade down.
Did you mention the lineman they got too?
Morgan Moses? I mentioned that last week. They got Morgan Moses.
Two other linemen, though.
Yeah, they got the other kid from Baltimore. Gibson.
Did you say
Simpson? Yeah.
Simpson. John
the
Simpson.
the former Cowboy?
Cowboy.
Didn't the Jets sign a lineman?
I said Tyron Smith.
Oh, that's why I didn't. All right.
I said Tyron Smith.
I was
Are
asking.
you still thinking about the Jeff Arrow argument?
I'm actually worried about this Ohtani. Still. Because there's so much to unwrap with that, though.
Oh, there's an extreme lot to
And,
unwrap.
and,
But
and the
I think
snowball
that,
effect that goes with it.
the Jets made some nice. Oh, so stupid.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
We're
my
not calling
God.
upset
And
yet.
they fouled him. What are you doing?
We're not calling upset yet. There's still 8.7 seconds.
Oh, man.
Don't be too soon.
Let me tell you something. In my opinion, when you look at this whole thing with what the Jets did, it's nice. I could see the Jets still trading down. I could see the Jets trading down with the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them trading down with.
And probably get Bowers there. Do they move up and try to get Harrison? Do they stay with it? I mean,
I think they would like to get Harrison, but the thing is, this team knows that they still have stuff that they need. That I don't think they're going to do it. I hope they take an offensive lineman. They're meeting with Jordan Travis, the Florida State quarterback. Did you see that?
That's interesting.
Speedy. They're meeting with Jordan Travis. They're having a private workout with him, and they missed a free throw. Oh, whose ball is it though?
It's a tie-up, so it's still
No. But who has the
Yale
with
has
the
it right
arrow?
now, yeah.
Oh, that's a killer. Oh man, that's a killer. Oh man, but
They got inbound, I will say, and they've got to make both free throws to seal it.
yeah. Well, listen, like I said, we're gonna see. In regards to what the Jets do, I'm curious. And then with the Giants, I'll think with JJ McCarthy. That came out, they don't like that.
Yeah, man,
But I mean, it was so no. I mean, look, I think Minnesota's going to trade I think Minnesota's going to trade the 2 first-round picks to jump ahead of the Giants to take him anyway. Probably with Arizona or the Chargers is who I see. It would either be the Cardinals or the Chargers. I think it'll be the Chargers who they trade up with.
I would be A-okay if Marvin.
Oh no, it's
Harrison
Illinois
Jr.
has the ball.
signed down. This is Auburn.
Oh, it must
Auburn.
have just switched.
Oh
No,
no!
they called
Did
a
they
foul.
call a foul?
They called a foul.
Oh no! Oh, you can't call a foul. Now, that's not a foul.
If
Let me
he's
see
in
the
the restricted
replay.
area, it is.
Let me see.
I think he was in the restricted area. Yeah.
No,
I couldn't
that's
tell.
not a
I couldn't
foul.
tell on that replay.
No pressure to make these
Yeah,
free
that's a
throws.
No, it's not, Speedy. Are you
No
kidding?
pressure.
That looked like a foul.
No, it didn't. I hope this kid makes some free throws for his sake. Oh,
he missed
no!
it. Wow.
No pressure.
This kid's never gonna sleep now.
Do you miss this one?
Of course. I think you have
You're
to.
gonna have
You're
to.
probably
Of
gonna have
course.
to. 6 seconds.
Wow, he's an 82% free throw shooter. Sheesh. Boy, we're doing overtime here. We're doing our own overtime for this game. Oh, they got the rebound. And blocked it. Oh! No, it's over. Yale wins.
Now it's over. All right.
Now it's official.
Wow, that was a doozy of an ending. There it is. I love it.
The Yale keeps the Ivy League streak going.
That's it. Yale, the Bulldogs, beating up Auburn in an upset of a 4-13. Whew. I don't feel embarrassed if Wisconsin loses tonight because that's not even the biggest upset of the evening.
No. not even close. Wow.
But this is and the kid's really hurt for Auburn too, it looks like. Or he's being consoled. One or the other. I don't know which
A little
one.
of both, probably.
No, that's his dad on the floor, so I think he's hurt.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh man.
Damn.
Oh man, yeah. I love it. Let's go.
All right, brackets out.
All right. Yeah, right.
Check. In my
Uh
unsaved one.
all right.
I
I
had-
guess it's
yeah.
time for You're Better Than That segment.
Woo. You know what? You lead it off, Josh. You're on fire right now.
I feel on fire, man. Let me tell you, I just got like a second end bolt. Should we just go another hour? I'm just kidding. Chris will kick your ass. I mean, my wife and son are at home tonight, so it's like 2 nights in a row.
Oh, Josh.
No, all good things. No, all good things. And I mean, my I guess you're better than that. It's got to be Rob Manfred and this whole embarrassing thing with this sliding to second base. I mean, there's better be a trial run. That better not be what happens during the regular season. Cannot. And by the way, we didn't even get into the Mets signing JD Martinez. With that,
all right, a DH.
They haven't had one since the DH was invented for the National League.
250, maybe 25 homers.
He hit 30. He hit 35 last year.
250, 25 homers.
That's better than what the Mets have had in their DH in the past 2 years, right, Speedy? Darren Ruff, Daniel Vogelback.
Are we going to have reminisce of Jason Bay?
For what?
We hope not. But
Is that what JD's going to turn into this year?
Why would he do that? He doesn't play the field.
Hitting, too.
But that is why you're better than that. Speedy, you got to get better than that?
Yeah, my bracket. My bracket. Now I lost my first Final Four team and 3 Elite Eights. Well, no, Eric didn't submit one.
I'm undefeated.
Originally, I was going to do Eric for not submitting one, but we already joked around with that for the whole show. So now I've lost 3 Elite Eight teams and now my first Final Four. Good job, Auburn, for blowing it. But I am happy for Yale, though.
You put Auburn in your Final Four?
They were. They were.
Sucks.
But I am happy for Yale. Their coach was on our show during COVID, and obviously I'm from Connecticut. So, yeah, I'm not.
You got to put the coach back on the air.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll definitely
put him back on.
We'll definitely try
Get
now.
the show pumping, going.
Yeah, that was 2000. That was the year after they almost beat.
We're just watching how this whole thing unfolds. So they get the rebound, boom, get the rebound again. Then they pump it out for a 3. Yeah, the guy got hurt.
It landed awkwardly. No,
he probably tore his at the ACL. I know all about those.
Yeah,
I know about watching those. Those are good to watch.
I'm just curious if we're going to get it through a You're Better Than That segment with Josh not interrupting.
Go for it, Eric. Say what you got to say, man.
You sure? I'm teasing. I'm going to kind of stick with you with the whole Rob Manfred thing. But I'm going to go in a different route because you know what? We've seen a big MLB scandal before. 2017. We saw the results. We saw everything that happened. And we saw such the big punishment that happened, right? I'm just hoping that if something happens and there needs to be some punishments, we'll say, or some banning or whatever, that at least maybe something's actually done. But we'll see how that goes because there's a track record, and so far it's not so good with it. So, come on. You're better than that.
Rob Manfred. By the way, so next week is Good Friday, but we will still be on the air. By the way, we are still going to have our show. No fighting next week. We're gonna have our guest. We're gonna have our guest on. We'll all say a hope and a prayer that there's no fighting. I gotta walk out of the studio after, and I'm gonna hear it from him when I walk out. So I'm prepping for that.
I'm hoping to talk a nice Duke Wisconsin matchup.
Well, that's gonna be Sunday, so
we'll see.
You're not gonna,
But we'll see if it happens. Josh, keep your phone on.
Listen, I would wish you good luck about Duke, but there's just one team in college basketball I just can't stand. I'm sorry.
Purdue. It's Purdue, isn't it?
They're another one I hate. Actually,
oh,
you're right.
There's two.
All
right.
2 of them. Kentucky's probably number 3.
This list is growing rather rapidly.
Well, it's all the colleges that the people can't stand. I mean,
it's better with one though.
Everybody hates Duke.
That's how it starts. And it expands.
But thank you so much to the fans out there for listening. Thank you to Jeff for calling in. God help me. Errol for calling in. To the fans out there, thank you so much. You can check us out. Check out our show, Game On, and also check out all the other shows like the Sports Loudmouth. Check out the Weekend Crunch on 103.9 FM, the LI News Radio Network with Errol and Speedy. Check out again the Loudmouth with Errol, Speedy, and Sean Smith. Check out the Wise Guy. Check out the Betting Show. Check out the Herd, which will be back soon, I'm sure. They'll be, complaining about the Buffalo Bills or probably praising them for whatever they've done. Nothing, so they'll be praising them, everything like that. Check us out on worldwidesportsradio.com, Twitter, X formerly known as Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, smart speakers, and so much more. Speedy, always a pleasure. Thank you so much. Eric, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
This is a few weeks in a row. We call that a streak.
That's right. I'm going to say that's what we call a winning streak, says Lou Brown. We're gonna keep it clean next week and going forward. Have a good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the madness that is of March. We'll talk to you then. Take care, everybody. This has been Game On live on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.